Yo, everybody, what's up? Welcome again. Yes, again. Here to Fun Speculation. The hits just keep on coming after a pretty decent Ubisoft forward earlier for Ubisoft standards. A day after Xbox Showcase, which was absolutely incredible. A couple days now after Summer Game Fest, which was it was all right. Capcom's up. We're about to co-stream the Capcom Showcase. Maybe we'll see the new Path of the Goddess. Was it Kunitsu-Gami? I think is what it's called. Path of the Goddess has new game coming to Game Pass day one. Maybe we'll see Exo Primal as well. Maybe we'll see Pragmata. Maybe we'll see some other random games we haven't heard about yet. I think Capcom's got been on fire the last couple years, obviously. With RE Engine just delivering greatness in just about every single thing that they release. And this showcase hopefully will be pretty good also. Maybe even some Resident Evil stuff or Monster Hunter stuff will show up as usual as well. But does it say it's age restricted?
That's...
You see that?
Yep.
That's weird.
So, okay. I guess I'll go find another one.
Was that whose is that?
That's Capcom's YouTube channel.
Capcom age restricted their showcase? That's interesting.
Okay.
Blood and guts galore at Capcom Showcase this year, baby. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll be co-streaming it here. Thanks to Jasper here for helping with all the co-streams. How are you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good. Just really haven't done much since we last were on. About an hour ago or whatever it was.
A couple hours ago. Yeah. We're getting some interesting news as well. We talked about it a little bit earlier that there was some speculation of what could happen, and since then, FTC has officially filed a TRO, a temporary restraining order, for the ABK acquisition, and also trying to get a preliminary injunction. This is what Microsoft expected. This is what Microsoft actually may even want to happen, because they can use this now to hopefully fast track the acquisition for ABK. So there's a lot's happening today, the day after Xbox Showcase, and I think we're pretty excited to see where this goes now. I think it's going to be an interesting week and a half, 2 weeks, because they will know more, basically based on what happens here in the coming days. So this ABK thing may be coming to a head, which is very interesting. Capcom, we don't know what's all going to be here, but man, been a
I think with the FTC thing, this is their last chance to stall it and delay it as much as they can. So that's what they're doing.
Which doesn't, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much of a chance they have. Supposedly, this could potentially go to the same judge that was overseeing the gamers lawsuit as well, which didn't work out for them very well. TRO, maybe they get that right, but then they have 2 weeks at that point, I believe, to make a case for the preliminary injunction or whatever. And if they don't get that, then it's going to be a closed deal. But even if they do get that, then it goes to federal court, right? And at that point, then the FTC will either probably lose their case, right? This is what Microsoft was counting on. So we'll see what happens, man. Absolutely crazy. Did you find a new one, or do I need to bring up a YouTube stream?
The thing is, like, I found one, but it's Capcom's other channel, but I don't know if it's going to be in Japanese.
I wonder if it'll have subtitles. It's interesting it had age restriction on it. That's very strange. I mean, I can just bring up the YouTube feed. and put it on.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it for Discord.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just back out of the Discord and bring it up on YouTube, and we'll just watch it without syncing
The
up.
old way. Yeah.
We'll do it the old way. There we go. This has been working well for us until now. So, no worries, everybody. Let's see. Capcom.
Right now they have music playing, so if you join that same one, just mute it for a bit.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. And then I need to adjust the display now so it doesn't get cut off. And over. It's like a breeze. Already done. Are you expecting any cool stuff here, Jasper, or do you think we're just going to get more Resident Evil and Monster Hunter? Because that's like all they've been the last couple of years, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Exo Primal's cool. That's probably the most hype game I'm looking forward to from Capcom, because a lot of the stuff they make doesn't really do it for me. So,
Game Pass day one as well.
Yeah, I'm not really a big Capcom guy, so
yeah, I hear you. You know, I think that we talked about this before, that it seems like Xbox is getting kind of cozy with Capcom again, and we got two just in this next year or so, 2 Game Pass day one new IPs from Capcom. Pretty big deal. I don't think enough people are actually making a big enough deal about that, because that's when you get third-party publishers putting their games in Game Pass day one, new big games. That's I think that's a good win for Xbox. It's a good win for Game Pass. I would rather have that than some kind of timed exclusivity. Like, I mean, we get, as gamers, we get much better value. You don't have the bragging rights of, oh, it's exclusive. But like for me, I'd rather not have to pay $70 for it, right? So I'll take that any day of the week. Hey, Steel is joining us. What's up, Steel?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can hear you.
Perfect. What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Yeah. Good. The Discord thing ain't gonna work for some reason, because some kind of weird Capcom age gate restriction on their YouTube video or whatever. So you're just gonna have to pop it up on your own YouTube feed. But
that's super weird.
Yeah.
Have they started yet?
They're
doing
just
pre-show
in a little pre-show thing where they're sitting down talking.
It starts right at what, in 20 minutes?
Yeah, 22 minutes and 40 seconds is a countdown timer on the stream. I have got Street Fighter 6, but between all of our coverage for the showcases, between playing Diablo and stuff and work and everything else going on, I have not had an opportunity to sit there and play too much of it. I've played maybe like 10 minutes, but it was enough to get a couple fights in real quick just to see how fluid the combat is, and it's absolutely fire. But I can't wait to dive more into Street Fighter 6. I'm wondering if we're going to see that new Capcom Path of the Goddess game, Steel, that they revealed at Xbox Showcase.
I'm hoping that they end up showing like some additional gameplay to give you more of an idea. If it is going to be more akin to like Onimusha for sure. I know they showed us a little snippet of it, but I would like them to deep dive, maybe like a skill tree or something like that, to see just how much versatility the game's going to end up having. So
yeah.
From their YouTube description, it says the show is going to be 36 minutes. So
okay, right on. How long was Ubisoft? Ubisoft show was pretty long, actually.
Wasn't it like an
hour?
Like an hour? Like an hour?
Yeah, it was an hour. Then they also, like, be honest with you, like, I think their best coverage was the after thing, because if you're actually interested in those games, they deep dove on them all. We didn't stick around for all of it, but I, as a gamer, just interested in those games, like, if I were you guys, I would just go back and watch their after show, right? Because they literally went back and deep dove on Star Wars, showed the same gameplay again, talked about it. They deep dove. I saw they were doing Prince of Persia next. I don't know if they kept going after that because I had stuff to run out and do.
They did a few games. I don't think they did all of them at the show, but
Did they skip Crew?
maybe. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention.
Crew was the one showing they had at Ubisoft that I was like, interesting, because they made a point not to show the direct gameplay as much in that game, and which also one of the games coming the soonest from them. So that was a little alarming. However, not a big deal. I mean, the game should be fine. It's going to be another Crew game, right? Those haven't been the best, but if you like arcade racers, it might hold up. Shout out to the chat. Got over 60 people here hanging out. If you like the content on Fun Speculation, make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. I want to thank everybody who's been tuning into all of our showcase coverages and co-streams and all that kind of stuff. I love watching this stuff with you guys and seeing y'all's reactions as well. What else are we going to get here, Steel? I was asking Jasper, is this going to be another Monster Hunter Resident Evil show?
I definitely think it's going to be another Monster Hunter show. Might change here, difference in the might change, but I do think it's going to have some Monster Hunter there, just because that is one of their main IPs that does really well for them. I'd be interested to see if they end up making an announcement. Again, this is me shooting for the moon, maybe a Monster Hunter World 2, being at least a splash screen or something. That would be kind of cool to see. But outside of that, I do think they're going to talk more about Dragon's Dogma, of course, Street Fighter, of course.
Honestly, though, I don't think we get a new game announcement here.
You don't think so?
I think we just get updates.
And possibly, but that's why I was saying it's like,
Yeah,
it's a shot for the moon, right? And they're throwing it out there, just it has been sometimes as the world has been now. Monster Hunter Rise is of that same ilk, but still different. It's not like, I find that a lot of people who like World don't like Rise, and the people who like Rise don't like World, vice versa. So it's really weird how that works out. But other than that, with Capcom just being as so on point as they have been recently, I don't know. That's mostly what I would expect to see.
Yeah. Exo Primal was absolutely a blast to play when we played that. The beta hit at a bad time because it was also like right around Diablo beta time. But we had a great time playing that game. A lot of fun. They're obviously putting a lot into it too, with showing how they're doing like Street Fighter characters going into it and all this kind of stuff as well. So, Capcom right now seemingly can do no wrong. I'm wondering if Exo Primal has a chance to kind of be a little bit of a surprise success for them, right? Because nobody's really talking about it.
Yeah, the thing is,
go ahead.
I don't know the longevity of Exo Primal.
Yeah.
Like, I think it could come out strong because it's in Game Pass, but I don't see it lasting past a couple months, to be honest.
You think it just depends on the content pipeline they drop, or like?
I just don't think it's gonna grab people, and people are gonna be like, man, when I want to come home from work and play Xbox, I want to play Exo Primal. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something that's gonna be like sticking with people.
Since they did make it more, they've also adjusted the game since too. So they took some people's critiques and whatnot, and they're supposed to be adding additional PvE modes too, to make it more welcoming. And I know there's a lot of people out there that like those horde type modes. But I mean, I get where you're coming from in a lot of ways. As far as the longevity of it, it's really just going to depend on how much they support it. Are there going to be different maps? Because if you put me on the same map over and over again, yeah, that's going to get old real quick. If there's only 3 maps, that's going to get old real quick. It's just, there has to be versatility to it. But like Mav's point, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, which is the unfortunate thing. But it's also maybe because that was a beta. The beta did come out, like you guys mentioned. I think that was during the second beta for Diablo, if I'm not mistaken. And but I don't know. I feel like it has some good legs, but I'm also kind of biased in that because it's a mech game. I like that, and I had a good experience from the beta, right? I like that PvEVP experience that they were giving us, because it felt different, right? And it felt like it had some depth to it. But we'll see when the game comes out, I guess.
Yeah. I see that Micah says, did anybody see Dreamcast guy's take on the Xbox show? If I wanted to watch an ignorant piece of shit's take on something, I would make sure to check out Dreamcast Guy's take on the Xbox show. But that's not really the kind of content I like to absorb, So I'm assuming he said it was horrible and that everything was mid and trash and that Xbox fans are going to be capping and stuff for it and stuff like that. That's just an assumption based on his moronic, disingenuous, ignorant ass personality that he presents out there to the community for the sakes of clicks and views. So, it's a shame that he has Dreamcast in his name because it tarnishes it very much so. But yeah, I don't give a shit what he has to say. So anyway, Capcom absolutely again doing great things. Street Fighter is a huge success for them. Monster Hunter is a huge success for them. All the Resident Evil games lately have been huge successes for them. Everything they're putting out is running great. Not having a lot of issues at launch either. When we even played that Exo Primal beta, it was running flawlessly as well. I think that they have a lot of other things upcoming that we can look forward to. But one thing I am amazingly looking forward to is Dragon's Dogma 2, which is supposed to be here as well. So if you just told me this was going to be a Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase, I'd be absolutely excited, because that's a franchise that's been ignored for too long. But with the success that Capcom's having, now they can kind of go and focus on some of these other IPs and bring them back and put. And I don't know, what we saw from Dragon's Dogma 2 at the PlayStation Showcase was one of the highlights for me. Out of that whole showcase, that was maybe the coolest thing that they showed there. And we saw quite a bit of gameplay at it. So I'm hoping they give us a nice deep dive into that. But I'm hoping we also get another surprise or something, from them. Maybe Pragmata is here as well, right? Because that was something they announced a long time ago that we haven't seen since. So, and then maybe another game reveal. Who knows? Capcom's been doing amazing. And then also the Game Pass Day 1 thing they have going with Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess for Xbox. I'm hoping we see that as well. It seems like Capcom likes Game Pass. Or at least right now, they're planning on liking Game Pass because these are the first 2 day 1 games they're doing, right? With those 2 games. So Exo Primal this year, and then the Path of the Goddess game next year. What kind of game is Path of the Goddess? Like, is it
It's an action game. It's an
action hack and slash Ninja Gaiden-ish style?
Like Devil May Cry-ish, maybe?
In some ways, from what I got, it was definitely more. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's not Devil May Cry-ish per se because it didn't look like the combos were going to be that complicated.
Yeah, it's just like that kind of overall like gameplay style, not like necessarily like slashing as much, but like linear, like kind of just like you use a sword, just cuts people up, but it's not like super crazy. Like,
right. Yeah, I mean that's why I was saying like I want to see more from it, so I have an understanding of what they're trying to go for, whether it is that more linear style of game or if it's not. Because that is, I mean, what they showed from us yesterday was just like, oh yeah, I mean that's interesting, but that was it,
Yeah. Say 10 minutes till showtime. What's your most you said you're not a big Capcom guy, Jasper? Is there something you kind of would like to see at this show, or do you just not care about anything that they make?
Trying to think of the last Capcom game I gave a shit about.
Lost Planet?
That was all right back in the day.
What about Dead Rising?
Oh man, they did a Lost
Dead
Planet?
Rising. Yeah, Dead Rising. If they make Dead Rising 5 now or whatever, or 6, whatever the hell they're
maybe
on.
4, I think.
No, 4 would launch.
No, I thought that was 3.
That was 3.
That was 3.
3, yeah, that was Dead Rising 3, where he had the cutscene. It looked like it was the next generation of gaming at that moment.
Yeah,
there was a 4 though, right?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure there was a Dead Rising 4.
There may have been. I fucking don't remember. Chat, tell us, was there a Dead Rising 4? I can't even remember.
We act like we don't have Google and can't find out.
I know.
Chat do the work.
The chat saying yes, there was. Can't remember it. Like
y'all like fucking me up. I'm like, I'm pretty sure
I
this is
remember
different.
3 was like the more like gritty one, right? Like it had like the bicycle jacket guy, you know.
Yeah, that one launched with 1, and then a couple years later.
That's right. And wasn't the 4th one like set in like Christmas season or something? It had like Christmas trees and stuff like that everywhere. Like, and it was like winter time. I think I'm remembering
For
that
whatever
now.
reason, that sounds like 2 for some reason. I don't know. I remember being in a mall. That was 2, I think.
I remember Dead Rising 4 didn't do it for me because it was like more of the same, and it was kind of just like a letdown. They were getting kind of too big with it. They needed to kind of focus down a little more.
I feel like though, like Capcom was at a different place then, right? Like they were struggling at the time. Even Street Fighter V was not as big of a hit for them as they wanted it to be, you know. I think there's a great chance now that Capcom, if they were to want to bring back some of these other IPs, Lost Planet or Dead Rising would be great to do with, because they could be on another level than they've ever done before, you know. And there was rumors before that there was devs wanting to bring back Dead Rising, and they were working on one, and then like it's behind the scenes, like Capcom, the publishers or whatever, didn't even like know about it. Like they got
This
shut
is gonna
down.
be
I don't know. It's crazy.
An out there game, but if they want to remaster all these Resident Evil games, remaster Operation Raccoon City. I know no one liked that game, but that was the only Resident Evil I liked, was Operation Raccoon City, because it was a third-person action shooter instead of just like some survival horror game.
Yeah. Sorry, my phone's blowing up for work stuff right now. But Resident Evil. We've seen so many remakes. Would they remake 5 or no?
At this point,
I mean, eventually,
yeah, that's the direction that they're going, because now they have to fix whatever parts of the story that I think they want it to be like a fully consistent story now.
Right.
So I think they're gonna go fully back through it up to what 7.
I mean, would
it
they
be
even
6 at that point?
would
Because
they
I think they're going to
dare?
stop at
Oh,
6
6,
because
yeah.
7 would be Village, right?
Right.
And
That one
that's kind of when they
definitely.
Yeah,
rebooted
but like
the whole
6 was like the worst Resident Evil game for everybody. Like nobody cared. Like
I actually like 6.
you like 6. You're like the one person I've ever talked to
I
that
like
likes
5
6.
and 6 though.
like I
Right.
said, I'm the one person that likes the worst Resident Evil game. So
Yeah, 6 would like I don't know. It just like was weird, man. Like it just
So wasn't 5 and 6 both co-op?
5 was
I know
5
was.
5 was co-op. It was during the daytime. I played through that with Kate. We had an absolute blast. It was more of an action game, I would say, than anything else. 6 was like in that ship. It was like in a ship, I think. And like I remember it was just not hitting for me when I played it. But who knows? Maybe if they remade 6, they could make it into a good game. I don't know. We also got some Redfall news. Redfall is getting its first big update.
still no 60.
Still no 60. They did mention it in the post that they will have more to share soon about 60, or when it's ready to share, they'll share more about that. But they talked about revamping the AI, and they have more enemies, so it's less sparse and things like that. So it seems like they're focusing on the gameplay first, and then going to address the 60 frames. So, you know, I'm glad I'm waiting on it. I'm glad I didn't play through it at launch, because it seems like even if it's not a great game or whatever, it's still, by the time I play it, will be a much better game than it launched as, right? I'm curious if the chat has read that, and if you're looking forward to going back and giving Redfall another chance at all. Do you think there's any saving Redfall's reputation, like with updates and stuff? Like,
nope, they're just going to make that one DLC, and that's going to be done.
Right on. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. There has been reclamations before from Microsoft, you know.
Yeah, but something tells me they just don't want to support this game. They want this game to be as far away from them as they can. and they know that they have to support it up to a certain point because that's what was promised on the box and the marketing stuff with future content, and they have to get that out, and then after that I think they're pretty much done.
Okay, fair enough. What is this dragon in the city thing going on right now?
That's gameplay of Dragon's Dogma.
Niantic?
They make Pokemon Go, so it's probably
yeah, this is some mobile game thing.
Yeah.
But we got a little over 5 minutes until showtime.
Monster Hunter Now, September 23. Nintendo Switch. Oh, Village Cloud on the Switch. I feel like
they're getting the
I've
mobile
seen
and
this.
Switch stuff in the pre-show out of the way.
Yeah, I just feel like I've seen Resident Evil Village on the Switch like 25 times at this point. Like, I thought this was out. Oh, the DLC's coming?
Y'all watching on the official Capcom USA?
Yeah, Capcom USA YouTube channel.
Like I told you, I'm gonna get you home safe. Okay, it's game time. I'm ready to die, okay?
I wish Capcom would announce a Mega Man game, like a third-person Mega Man game. That'd be super cool.
They've done different stuff with Mega Man over the years, but like, I don't think anything besides like the 2D side-scrolling ones have ever really took off too much for them.
Speaking of,
You got a Jack in this Mega Man collection or whatever. I know the dude that originally made Mega Man, like back in the Xbox One generation, he like went and made another Mega Man style game. I
Yeah.
don't think it did too well though.
What was that called? I forget.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Mega Man isn't as big as it used to be, man. It's
Yeah.
it's like that's
Died.
unfortunate.
You know, they haven't
Thanks for
really done a
plugging,
good
man.
job, honestly, with reinvigorating the brand. They're trying to do too much with it. They keep doing these like samey, old schooly type games a lot. And like, I feel like if they really went for it, they could they could do a big ass Mega Man thing.
They have to
you
do
know?
like Sonic Frontiers level shit with
Yeah.
it. They can
Yeah,
do
that's
so,
what I'm
like,
talking about.
Next
That's what I wanna
level
see.
stuff. Yeah. Kind of like, okay, think about this. When Metroid Prime came out, that was a huge shift for Metroid, right? And it turned it into another kind of game. But they still kept core concepts from Metroid, in there as well. Like Mega Man, they could do something massive with it and still maintain these kind of 2D games as well. But they haven't even really come out with big, great new 2D games either, which I think there's room for as well, It's like they kind of treat it as this little side thing that they do.
I think it's mainly based off of because the popularity of it has waned so hard.
Yeah.
I think Mega Man, out of all of them from back in the day, has definitely like got the biggest short end of the stick, I would say.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, Mega Man was massive, dude.
I feel like if they wanted to make Mega Man like stand out today, you almost need to make like Mega Man kind of like a third-person action Souls game.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Because like Mega Man was always
Almost like a Returnal or something.
yeah, maybe something like that. But like
Maybe not as chaotic, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think you have to almost do the Souls formula because like Mega Man back in the day was always that thing that was like kind of a pain
Crazy
in the
hard,
ass. Yeah.
You know, back then though, did we see it when we were kids as like crazy hard? You know, or maybe you guys, because y'all were like played it when it wasn't in its prime, probably. Like for me, when it was in its prime was when I was like young, you know, and you guys weren't even born yet. But like,
yeah, I mean, like,
but
my
back then,
earliest memories of Mega Man are definitely before the age of like 9.
right? Like
Right.
back when we played the originals and stuff like that, and we didn't really think of them as hard that much. I mean, they were hard, but like all fucking games were hard back then.
All games
Right.
back then.
You know? But then as other games got easier, Mega Man's stayed hard, you know.
Right. Seeing a lot of Devil May Cry in the chat over on the official YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm always about that. But like Jasper said, I don't know if we're gonna get
Hello,
new
everyone.
announcements like that.
Welcome to the Capcom Showcase. Before we get started, we'd like to share that June 11th, 2023 marked Capcom's 40th anniversary. A
They gotta
big
do something
thanks to
big,
everyone
man.
for playing our games. It's thanks to our amazing fans that we can celebrate such a milestone. We look forward to creating
Anytime
many
you hit a
more
10-year
games in the
mark, I
years to
feel like
come.
you gotta
And
do
we
something
hope
big.
that you'll continue to enjoy
Big
them.
announcement, something.
Now it's time to show off our latest titles at the Capcom Showcase.
Latest titles.
Stay tuned until the end so you don't miss anything.
No.
After the
Let's take a look
goddess.
at this video.
Let's go.
Off the start, nice.
Yep. I don't know back. I remember playing it on my buddy's Nintendo the first time I played it. It's just the original Mega Man, you know. Is this the same trailer or different?
Starting, yeah, it looks like.
Looks like the same trailer. Yeah, same.
Maybe it's extended or something. I don't
Maybe
know.
they'll go into pure gameplay after. I'm looking forward to the drums. Get ready for it, everybody.
That character looks so dope.
I'm noticing this trend with a lot of these games having a lot of color and stuff lately. You know, I'm digging it. For a while, we got all these like everything was like dark brown tones in all the games.
I mean,
you know,
the brown era was the 360 times. Like,
yeah. It kind of carried over into Xbox One. The Xbox One was more of a gray era.
Went from brown to gray to colorful.
Yeah, exactly. That looks sick, bro. I get this vibe like you're restoring areas from like some kind of corruption type deal or whatever, you know?
Yep, same trailer. Let's see what you add.
Traditional Japanese
here we
aesthetics
go.
come to life through the power of
the
RE
same trailer
engine.
just talking over it.
Experience
RE
a
engine?
unique blend of strategy and action in this epic
A
tale.
strategy.
A beautiful yet unsettling world of mystery awaits in Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. Coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Windows, PlayStation 5, and Steam.
There's the PlayStation.
You stupid. Let's just come to Game Pass too, right?
Mega
Yep.
Man X Dive Offline is coming to
Oh, nothing
Steam,
else.
iOS, and Android.
Mobile Mega
I realized
Man
this
game.
shit was playing at 720. I was like, could be higher.
Deep Log, which holds collected memories of the Mega Man X series, is under attack. Dive into cyberspace using hunter programs to recover data before it's too late. Play as Mega Man X and other characters from the Mega
this
Man
one time,
franchise,
this doesn't excite me whatsoever for Mega Man. You know,
including characters that haven't been playable
Capcom.
before.
is this mobile?
Yeah,
Looks like it.
they said iOS and stuff.
Okay.
It's also on Steam, but
Level up your favorite characters and equipment to create a powerful hunter. Power up your weapons and more to customize your character however you want. Mega Man X Dive Offline. Control and develop over 100 different characters. Play as a variety of characters, including new heroes created for Mega Man X Dive. Complete stages and use element medals to recover memory pieces. Then analyze
or just buy
recovered
a
memories
$100
to unlock
microtransaction
characters.
pack in the Google Play Store.
There are more than 900 stages to play. Challenging mechanics and enemies await on classic and new stages. You're bound to clash with familiar bosses from the past. Build the ultimate hunter and save the Deep Log from total destruction.
Those numbers are too big.
That's how you know the stage is short, or stage is super short. That's the only thing that I don't like about
Mega
the style
Man
of games.
X
It's
Dive
like,
Offline launches in 2023.
you give people the experience, and there's not enough of the experience because it's meant for you to be like, oh, let me get a little, run a little round real quick.
It's the interesting having the tagline
Now,
offline.
here's the Capcom
You know,
Spotlight
usually you'd
Corner.
have like Mega Man Drive Online, but it's like Mega Man Drive Offline.
A new era of fighting games is upon us.
Of course.
Street Fighter
Street
6.
Fighter 6 launched on June 2nd. It's already received an enthusiastic welcome from fighting game fans around the world. Street Fighter 6 includes World Tour, an expansive single-player story mode. Fighting Ground, the core fighting game experience made even more accessible. And Battle Hub, a social space where players from around the world can compete and hang out. These are the game's 3 main modes. In addition, we're planning to release new fighters and content so you can enjoy the game for a long time to come. Street Fighter 6 is out now for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. Don't miss it.
I do like that they launched it at $59.99 also, I'll have to say.
We also
Street
have
Fighter
an
6.
announcement for Capcom Pro Tour 2023. This year's Capcom Pro Tour will feature Street Fighter 6, the newest entry in the series. Players from around the world will compete in regional matches and battle to be this year's champion. To celebrate the launch of Street Fighter 6, this year we have our largest prize pool ever. The total prize pool for Capcom Pro Tour is over $2 million, with $1 million going to first place. Capcom Pro Tour 2023 will feature 3 types of tournaments: online premieres, offline premieres, and World Warrior. The winners of each tournament will advance to the World Finals at Capcom Cup 10. Stay tuned to see which player will crush the competition and take home this year's
I like that
championship.
concept. Playing online isn't the
Next,
same
we
as
have
playing
news about Street Fighter League
live
Pro
right in front of
JP
somebody else.
2023.
That's kind
In
of
Street Fighter League, the world's top players form teams of 4 and compete in official Capcom Team League matches. We have the largest number of teams ever. The opening match will be held on July 7th and will be streamed live on the Capcom Fighters JP channel on YouTube and Twitch.
Mav is so like out of it right now.
Don't forget about the Street Fighter League
I mean,
World
they're
Championship
talking about
2023.
Yeah, no, I just
None of us
looked
are in
over
US
at the
and
camera and saw him
European
just like
leagues
looking
will determine
around.
the teams
Just
that
like I
will go
could
on
tell.
to compete in the World Championship.
Fucking esports stuff is nothing for me whatsoever.
We'll get does
Get up
VR do
close
it
and
for you?
personal with Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation 5. The game's main story will be playable in VR with PlayStation VR 2. Thanks to the power of PlayStation VR 2, you'll be able to experience an even more immersive version of the game.
Ooh, it's a brand new game.
Take aim as you fight to survive. RE4's cutting-edge knife action is a core part of the game, and the PlayStation VR2 Sense controller makes parrying even more intuitive. Experience extreme survival horror firsthand. Resident Evil 4 VR mode is a free DLC exclusive to PlayStation VR 2.
Hey, this next thing is where we get started. Oh, it is. Maybe
Now
it
on
is.
to the
Here
next
we go,
game in today's
Pragmata.
lineup.
She has gray feet.
A little help here. Look out! What are you doing? Up you go. Sorry, kiddo. We still got a ways to go.
2022, 2023. So they delayed it to 2024. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I still don't know what kind of game it is.
Yeah.
Is
Looks
it
like-
like survival horror, or is it like an action game with you creepy little girl that you carry on your back, or like?
It's like Death Stranding, but you actually do something.
Okay.
It's almost time for Ghost Trick. Here's the latest on the game.
Hello everyone, I'm Shu Takumi, the original creator of Ghost Trick.
How long you been there?
It's
3-bit?
almost time for the game's release, and I can't wait for you to play it. But first,
3 minutes?
let's
4
get
minutes?
started with
Okay,
this.
that's not that bad.
Let's see. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come your profile picture is all big and mine's small?
Using OBS.
Some people are just born different.
I just got that. That was a good one.
The demo for Ghost Trick is available now for download.
OBS.
The
That's
story
smart.
stars a lonely spirit named Cecil. In the course of solving his own murder, he will meet and change the lives of all sorts of people
I'm gonna
in
try
all
that.
sorts of
That's smart.
situations.
We'll see
Things
what
may
I
seem
think.
unrelated at first, but each person plays a
Yeah, just
vital
make your
role
picture real big in
today's story.
OBS and then start
And
virtual
together,
cam.
their stories will lead him to one ultimate truth. So think of the demo as a doorway, inviting you into a great big mystery. It's been 30 years since we made the original game. And just like Cecil,
So
I met
far, this
many
isn't
new
starting up
people,
strong.
and there were many miracles that occurred during its development. I have no doubt these experiences are what shaped Ghost Trick.
With
into
the first time we saw
unforgettable game.
Pragmata in forever, that's not really what I wanted to see.
Well, they
And all
gave
the
you an
fans have
apology
shown
at a
so much love
showcase.
to
Yeah.
us.
So that's why.
I'm so grateful to all of you. I'm thrilled that through this rebirth, Ghost
the
Trick
pieces
will
of
be
gameplay they do
available
show
to
you
so
is
many
like you
more people
walking
around
around.
the world.
Yeah,
Now,
Like,
to
I
get
didn't show a
this
lot,
release.
you know.
What's going on?
And one more thing. I practiced very, very hard for 2 weeks for this appearance. So, should we meet someday, it will make me very happy if it could speak in Japanese.
I appreciate you, man. It's awesome.
I like the music. That's about it so far.
From the creator of the Ace Attorney series, Shu Takumi, this classic mystery game is being reborn.
It's weird
One
seeing
night,
Johnny
a man
Bravo
named
look like
Cecil
that.
loses both his memory and his life. Using the powers of the dead, he tries to solve the mystery of his own death. The only clue he has is a red-headed detective. A night of mystery begins anew. A rookie detective, brimming with a sense of justice. She too is being targeted. and Sissel witnesses her death. Who was I? Why was I killed? Who killed me? And what does it mean that I was given these powers of the dead? Use the powers of the dead to possess and trick items. The controls are easy. Connect Sissel's glowing blue soul to the core of objects to possess them. Possess the tire. Possess the bowl. Possess the star ornament. You can then trick the objects you possess. Trick the guitar to play it. What will happen when
What
you
will
trick
happen
the
when
cart?
you trick the audience that's watching this show?
Trick the door to open it. Possessing and tricking objects will let you access new areas. Sissel can go back 4 minutes before someone's death. What happened before her murder? Those clues are hidden in the past.
Hey,
Follow
Capcom.
past events in real time. The limit, however,
puts together
is
your show?
4 minutes. Help people avoid near-death predicaments and
You
change
need
their
somebody
fates.
come holler.
I'm just doing it. So I
Sissel will
don't know.
face death in many forms.
I just
Changing their
Nothing against
fates
this
will change
game,
the
but-
story.
I don't know if showing this much of it is like
And that story must be linked in some way to the
Enticing
mystery
for
of
the people
Sissel's
that watch.
death. Ghost Trick, launching on June 30th, 2023.
there's a lot of people saying they're sleeping right now.
Demo
in your-
version
in your
available
audience.
now. Don't miss the pre-order bonuses.
They
See
need
the
some
official
milk.
website for details.
They're asking about Monster Hunter. Somebody
Here
said
we
they
go.
wanted DuckTales.
This is where it's getting started.
Now on to the next game in today's lineup.
Oh, a Capcom? That's their game? Showcase? Nice. Well, premiere. Let's see what happens. Exo Primal?
Ace Attorney.
For fucking sake. God.
Didn't they show this last time?
Objection!
Maybe they'll have like a Microsoft ABK deal DLC or something.
They should. That would be good for
Lena Khan versus Ace Wright.
Here.
Or Phoenix Wright, not Ace Wright.
you. Okay, so people weren't hyped for the last one, but they're kind of excited about this one. Everybody's like, yes, he's attorney, yes.
Yeah. Game of the year.
Mav is so weird with his fucking hand on his face.
This is better than Forza. Graphics.
I mean, honestly, this is just better than God of War. I don't know. Ace Attorney?
God of War? What else?
Both of them combined.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Early 2024 too.
Yeah. And it's coming out on everything. That's a bonus too.
In Ace Attorney, players serve
I
as
see we're
lawyers
gonna
for the
Mav's
falsely
fucking
accused.
camera.
Battle for
So
justice in the
bad.
courtroom and uncover the truth. Now, the 4th, 5th, and 6th mainline Ace Attorney games are being brought together. To share the story of Apollo Justice
Nice.
and his allies in the dark age of the law. On Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, and Steam. The colorful
whole trilogy?
characters and courtroom drama of each game have been relitigated in beautiful full HD. Available in 7 languages:
I don't know how this
Japanese,
compares to 2021
English,
and 2.
French, German,
This has 3.
Korean, and traditional and simplified Chinese. We've also added voice recordings
I
for the
actually
new
never played
languages.
any of these.
We're sure there's no objection to everything included in this collection.
Pretty good things.
Apollo
I
Justice,
object to it
Ace
all.
Attorney Trilogy
Get it out of the
is currently in
showcase.
development for release in early 2024. Please look forward to more information about this collection in the future.
Yeah, tell me more
Okay,
about
this
it.
now we're getting started. This is where we get going.
Oh, if the 4th time's the charm?
Next,
Yeah.
we have some Capcom news to share.
Oh, some Capcom news. Okay.
This month marks Capcom's 40th anniversary. As part of the celebration, we've opened a
Yeah,
digital
they
theme
should
park
definitely
called
do that.
Capcom
Wow, a
Town.
digital theme park. God, wow.
Take a
that's crazy.
stroll through the museum.
Now you
view
see why I don't
original
give a shit about
artwork and other
Capcom.
materials from various titles on display.
Hey, Capcom has been hitting. Okay.
You can even play
The
a few of
showcase
Capcom's
don't
beloved
count.
classics for free.
This showcase is not for that.
literally
Like,
Head on
watching
over to
his
the
door
castle to
right
cast
now.
your vote in the Capcom elections.
you're not excited
Participants will
about
receive a
the
special
you know,
reward,
you can
so don't
sign
miss
into
out.
your browser, pull this site up, and you can.
We
you know,
can't wait
explore.
for everyone to enjoy these attractions,
Look at those attractions, guys.
More open worlds and
along with
Star.
the many
Look,
other
there's-
fun
look at that.
experiences.
They even got a
we've
coming soon
prepared
section
at
over there. Man, Capcom
Capcom Town.
Mm,
I'll be there day one. I'm gonna move in.
nice.
A Capcom ID
Oh,
account
Reverse.
is required
Oh,
to play
something-
Resident Evil
something.
RE-verse, our new upcoming title Exo Primal, and to use the online features of Street Fighter 6.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Street Fighter 6 more.
No, we're talking about
You
Capcom
can also
ID.
use this account with
You need a
other
Capcom account to
services
play
and
this game.
campaigns,
That's what we're talking
such
about.
as a survey about today's Capcom showcase.
Please go sign up.
We'll release more titles and services compatible with Capcom
That
ID
font
soon.
at the top left is bothering.
Register now for Capcom ID.
Nice.
Such a
Capcom ID.
lazy logo.
Now
I
for
guess
the
Capcom's
latest on
logo
Exo
kinda-
Primal ahead of
Oh
next
wow, it's
month's
starting now,
launch.
Jasper. Here we go.
Alright, Exo
Jesus.
Primal. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Takedo Hideoka, the director of
He
Exo
said,
Primal.
I'm not taking 2 weeks to learn English.
I'm excited to share the latest Exo Primal news with you all. But first, let's check out this video.
Exo Primal. I had a fun time with this game, I did not.
Yeah, I think this game's gonna be a lot of fun. I like it too.
Hello? Thought I heard activity on
It
this
surprised me
frequency.
actually playing this game.
Hello? My name is Garrett Sides.
I hope they offer more modes or
Basically,
something
the
though. I
IB's
think it was
godfather.
getting kind of
He
repetitive.
was responsible for the entire Exosuit project.
You know, Anchor Division, I assume?
Still fun.
Exosuits were developed right here.
I need exosuits. It's our only shot. We need access to the past. All my R&D is just waiting to be picked up back in 2040. Intact and hot off the presses. The access codes to override Leviathan. You can shut it down. The whole thing.
Oh, that's because someone was narrating over
Fuel of the
Caitlin.
future.
Oh yeah,
He was
he
speaking
was.
Japanese.
Yeah, he was speaking.
Side effect of time travel? Did they just
Fun.
juice it out of dead dinosaurs?
At least we know why dinosaurs bleed blood. Lozor. Unrefined Lozor in the blood. A Neosword. I mean, look at this. It's a walking
Oh,
clock
you're
of
joking.
stone.
Fun game.
Looks like they're showing off story.
Yeah, that's like a boss fight. You know?
That's sword name.
Is this hitting Game Pass?
Yeah, it is in Game Pass.
Alright.
All
It's a
Anchor
10.
project
10
files
filthy.
have serial numbers. Look for anything starting with 181. That's the project code for Leviathan's core.
I didn't know there was gonna be a story mode. I thought it
Again, the
all
beta
online.
was super smooth.
I didn't get your names.
Yeah, it was.
Golos, the Hammerheads.
Yeah, the game feels good, plays good.
You
But
fought desperately and survived.
I gotta tell people on it,
The
man.
perfect exosuit development project is nearing fruition. Activating Massacre Module, summoning Neo T-Rex Swarm.
This is all helping to make a better exosuit.
Good hunting, Ace.
Presenting my most exciting combat project, the Savage Gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we didn't get anything new,
Yeah.
though.
Nothing interesting. But they've already shown this game so much, and we've already played it. So
Yeah.
it's like, what can they really show us? As you know,
Head Start Kit. Oh, you seen Brad Smith's tweet?
What did you think? That was a lot of
That's
new
crazy.
info. Before we dive in, I'd like to give a huge thanks to all the players who participated in the open beta test back in March. We were extremely pleased to have so many participants. Plus,
Brad
you
Smith
gave us a
just
lot of
tweeted,
invaluable feedback.
Today's action by the FTC
We can't thank you
federal
enough.
court should accelerate the decision
While only
making
portions
process.
of the Dino Survival
Yeah, I saw that.
content were made
Benefits
available
everyone.
for the open
Okay.
beta test, today we'll be introducing
They've been
more
waiting
content
for this
included
for a
in the
bit.
full
They've been.
game.
Yeah,
This
they've
was
been
part of
Let's
the
take a
work
look
that
at
what
what
they
you can expect when Exo Primal launches on July 14th.
Got you baited. FTC got you baited.
Let's start with the story. Ace, the game's protagonist, is transported to the year 2040 and forced to participate in a never-ending series of war games. The story unfolds as you play through Dino Survival, the game's main mode. Gathering intel to update the analysis map unravels the mysteries surrounding parallel worlds and the AI entity known as Leviathan. At times, players will also engage in special boss battles as part of the main story. Dino Survival mode will also change as the story progresses. You'll unlock new missions with a variety of objectives, including 10-player co-op, a multitude of dinosaurs to fight, and more maps. The game will also feature an assortment of unlockables.
Now, is
and
10-player
challenges.
co-op another mode, or is that just what they're
I think this
using
is for
as
the-
their-
I think this is
Modules
for the
can be
story.
used
That's
to
what they're talking
enhance
about right now.
exosuits and
Yeah,
modify
that's
active
pretty cool.
skills. These modules can be obtained by fulfilling certain conditions while you play the game. You can also
'Cause I didn't know if
personalize
they
your
were referring
appearance
to that
with
as
a
their,
variety of
multiplayer
cosmetics, such
mode
as
where we verse
exosuit
each other, which would be
skins,
weird to
weapon
say co-op,
skins,
but-
decals, and emotes.
Yeah, right now I think they're just
The
talking
game
about
also
the story
features a
and
special
having
5-player
that, and
mission
then-
that changes weekly. Compete with squads from around the world for the fastest completion times, or by earning awards through achievements, like most damage block with a tank suit in battle. There are many ways to enjoy the game, even after completing the main story. We took your feedback into consideration as well. In the full version of Exo Primal, we plan to implement a mode where victory is determined by completing missions as quickly as possible, instead of direct combat with other players. We hope you look forward to that. Now, let's go over all the new info we just saw in the video. Who was that new face at the beginning? Meet Dr. Signs.
I think this
The
game,
developer of the Exo
one problem
series.
it's going to have is for
And the
casuals
head of
wanting to
Anchor
play
Division,
this, like there's going to be
IBS's
crackhead
elite research
teams
group
that just
based on Bikito
mop
Island.
everyone up in multiplayer.
Yeah, they know how to play, know how to understand it.
I mean,
The Stratovator,
we
a
experienced
space
it
elevator
pretty
that
much
extends
towards
from
the
the Anchor Division
end of the
research
beta.
facility into orbit, will also be
I
a
do
playable
love
map.
the co-op aspects of it
Incredible
though,
battles
right?
will
Like
unfold while exo fighters and dinosaurs
we had a fun
clash
time
atop
running
this
around
massive
together,
space
like
elevator.
and getting to those points.
Players
Even
will
when we
encounter
when we lost, it was still
dangerous
fun
mutations of
because we had
dinosaurs known as
fun getting
Neos.
to the battle.
The most
You know,
deadly among them being the Neo T-Rex.
It was so bad.
like a
You'll need to work
race,
together
you know?
with your team
Or
to stand a chance at taking
The
them down.
amount of like dinosaurs that was on
Oh
the
no!
screen.
Is that a swarm of
and
Neo
it didn't
T-Rexes?
catch, like,
What are Leviathan's true
frame
intentions?
rate was insane.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the deal with this new exosuit? While it may look similar to Deadeye, this exosuit is a variant called Deadeye Alpha Burst Fighter. Unlike the default Deadeye, this variant comes equipped with a weapon that can burst fire or be used as a shotgun, allowing exo fighters to change their style of play. Exosuit variants, including Deadeye Alpha, will be added in a title update following the full version's release. At the end of the video, we revealed Savage Gauntlet, a mode that lets you take on special 5-player missions that change weekly. In this
Okay.
mode, players can enjoy a change of pace from Dino Survival by competing against exo fighters from all over the world for the fastest completion time. More info about exosuit variants and Savage Gauntlet will be revealed at the Xbox Game
Okay,
Showcase.
so we're getting Xbox, or
Oh,
Xbox.
yeah, Game Showcase Extended. Nice.
And last but not least, we're excited to announce that we'll be holding a second open beta test.
Oh.
This time,
Second
we're
beta.
including additional story-related missions,
I've played enough of it.
10-player co-op missions,
You just want the full.
and other
Yeah, I mean, at
adjustments
this
based
point.
on everyone's feedback.
Starts this Friday.
Check out the official website for dates and times.
Yeah.
I do want other people to jump in so
Yeah.
I can give them more
If-
We hope you're
feedback.
all
If you haven't
excited
tried
to try
Exo
out this
Primal
new
yet,
content.
dive
That's
into
right.
that. It's worth a shot.
Players will also
the
receive
last
a
beta
new
ran
reward for
old,
participating.
crazy smooth. It was
Don't
like
miss out.
a finished
We'll continue
product
to
as
make
far as quality
adjustments
goes.
to Exo Primal, leading up to the game's launch on July 14th. Thank you again for all the feedback. We look forward to seeing you in the second open beta test. That's all we have for you today. See you in the War Games. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Next up is the last title we'll be showing off today.
Prince Green with my PC specs. I got a AMD RX 590, a 2700 XT, I think, something like that. I'm not a big PC guy, so 16 gigs of RAM.
Hi everyone, my name is Hideaki Itsuno, and I'm the director
It's
of
old.
Dragon's Dogma 2. It's been over
It was a
year since we
mid-level
celebrated
to
10
lower
years of
to
Dragon's
average
Dogma,
mid
and I
to
can
lower
finally
level
give you some
PC
more
like 5 years
information
ago.
about the new game. First, let's take a look at the trailer we revealed the other
Yeah,
day.
AMD 590. AMD RX 590. I need a new one. I'm gonna try and save up for one before Starfield comes out.
Yeah, I can't have Pong outdoing me, so I gotta get new.
I'm in the market now because of Starfield at 30 frames.
You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames?
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisa.
Of course. That begs the question.
It would be nice if I didn't have to spend so much fucking money on the AC.
Then where might our true Arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont!
Same trailer.
I will say this, my RX 590s worked great for content creation the last few years. Gets the job done. Screaming.
I think that's why I was Charlie blocked right there. It's just because that one little scene.
It is most unfortunate, but it doth not release thee.
This is gonna be so good, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited. for
I
this one.
can't wait.
I want to see more than the trailer that you shown before, though.
And that's the Capcom showcase. Thank you for watching.
What did you think?
I mean,
The
I didn't
action
see the other
RPG game Dragon's Dogma was released in 2012.
That wasn't very
Now, a decade later, I'm proud to share a look at the highly anticipated sequel, Dragon's Dogma 2. Today I want to talk about two characteristics that Dragon's Dogma 2 will inherit from its predecessor. First, Dragon's Dogma 2 will be a single-player game, but with pawns at your side, it will feel like co-op. And second, gameplay will feature action role-playing mechanics set in an open-world environment.
I would have never
In the Dragon's
guessed.
Dogma series, you embark on your adventures with pawns, otherworldly beings controlled by AI. Alongside the player-controlled Arisen, you can embark on your journey with a main pawn that can be customized to your liking, as well as up to 2 additional support pawns you can borrow from other players.
Yep.
To form a party of up to 4 characters. Pawns are controlled by the AI and are now capable of even more precise decisions than in the previous title, helping you in the midst of battle. They can also help guide you to new locations, or give you a high five
dope.
following a successful battle. It really feels like playing in a party with other
That's
players.
so badass.
Dragon's Dogma 2 is built with the RE engine, resulting in a dense world woven with high graphical
engine.
fidelity. You'll enjoy a world roughly 4 times the size of the original Dragon's
Wow.
Dogma, with more to
That's
experience
kinda
than
big.
ever before. The characters and monsters that populate the world are given life thanks to the power of AI, and players will feel like they've been reborn in this vibrant fantasy world. You can look forward to a variety of vocations to choose from. Your vocation will shape your Arisen's role throughout the adventure. Will you take on enemies with swords? Magic? It's all up to you. We'll have much more to share in the future, but for now, I want to go over a few sections from the trailer that show what we've improved for Dragon's Dogma 2. This game is designed to enable players to take on situations in their own way. In addition to AI, advanced technology like immersive physics brings pawns, monsters, and NPCs to life.
People happen to start attacking him.
What would happen if you destroyed that bridge, or if you pulled that monster's leg? What other exciting possibilities can you think of? Meet two characters pivotal to the story that also appear in the game's key art. Ulrika, a bow wielder with a deep connection to the Arisen, and Nadinia, a high priestess of the Beast Ring, which appear in the series for the first time. What destiny awaits? How will they affect your fate? The intricate relationships and situations you will encounter in the game are sure to keep you on your toes.
It's like a 3090. I have 64
During
gigabytes
your
of
adventure,
RAM.
you will come across familiar monsters from the previous game, as well as new monsters such as Medusa. You can look forward to new player vocations and many new experiences unique to Dragon's Dogma 2. Please stay tuned for more information. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Dragon's Dogma 2 will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam.
16-core processor.
And now, a quick look at the Capcom 40th Anniversary Sale. Kicking things off, we have well-known titles, such as Dragon's Dogma and the Ace Attorney series. Don't miss this opportunity to pick up a few of Capcom's most influential hits at some great prices. To celebrate, we're also offering a limited-time bundle of some of Capcom's major titles on Steam. That wraps up today's Capcom Showcase. Thank you for watching. We're always working on new games and updates, and we hope you're as excited as we are for Capcom's 40th anniversary. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks, Capcom.
That was... Wow.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Capcom Showcase post-show. I'm Andy, I'm on the community team at Capcom, and with me today we have Joe, also from the community team, and we have Nico. Nico,
Andy and Joe, and I don't know if I'm excited.
Well, I'm gonna give that about a 4 out of 10. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks sick. Pragmata was there, but like, what was the point? They showed the exact same trailer again for Path of the Goddess. VR, mobile style, all that shit in the middle, it just fucking lost me completely.
There was a middle?
Yeah, there was. I guess that was the majority. I don't know. Yeah. And they're deep diving into Ace Attorney now. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big series for a lot of people, I guess, you know, but out of everything,
well,
I think I'd have to agree with you. It was I definitely think it's about a 4 out of 10. This is really weak.
Yeah, way worse than last year's.
I do agree with that. For it to be showcase season, and definitely comparison to everybody else who has shown their wares, Capcom definitely has they have the Kmart type of wares right now. They got a few good things in there.
They got the Joe boxers.
right. You got some good things in there, but for the most part, I'm questioning whether you might just need to close down shop sometimes. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, again, like you mentioned, Path of the Goddess, Pragmata, Exo Primal, Dragon's Dogma 2 were definitely takeaways from there. Definitely strong games for me that I have interest in, but nonetheless, like the overall presentation, it just feels like they've locked themselves away in some dark cellar and decided not to ever look at anybody else of what they're doing. And they definitely aren't looking to excite their audience.
Yeah, I much preferred Ubisoft show this year to Capcom's, which is opposite, you know, from the last couple of years. But I mean, Pacing was fine if they had anything in there to pace. That's the thing. They kept moving from thing to thing, like I don't know. They just didn't really show much.
They also just talk too much about the same thing. Like you can't show something, talk a little bit about it, and then okay, let me talk again for about another 5 minutes, covering the exact same thing that you just saw and adding no additional context really. It doesn't get anybody, I don't know, at least for me, it didn't get me any more excited about it. It kind of made me feel like, well, I think I'm good off of this right now. But yeah, 4 out of 10 for me.
4 out of 10.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, 3-bit.
I was just gonna say I agree. I'm watching some of the things I missed. Doesn't look like I missed much. I'm trying to think of like a highlight of the show. Is probably Dragon's Dogma. Exo Primal. I don't know. I was still like I didn't. Maybe I just need that game to come out. But it was nice to see it here. We got some different confirmation on certain modes and stuff like that. It was below average for me, so probably 4.
Okay,
4 out of 10.
4.
Especially the Is this probably 4? That's pretty much the same rating I gave the Sony show, which is like an average, below average.
You thought
showcase.
this was the same as the Sony show?
No, I graded them differently.
Oh,
For a
okay.
Sony showcase, it was a 4, but if you're counting the third party, that's where I say it's like a 7. And for Capcom, I feel like I don't know. I feel like we've seen a lot of these games already. So a lot of it was just updates on them. I think Dragon's Dogma was the biggest part for me personally, but below average for me.
Yeah. Jasper, you said you're not really ever interested in anything Capcom, so
and now you see why, because it's all trash. And
Jasper, don't let this show be it.
Pragmata is I'm sure it'll be a good game. Exo Primal is going to be fun. We have Dragon's Dogma 2, which I'm really excited about. But again, they didn't really show anything different. They just showed that same trailer again and talked about it. They did kind of give a little bit of details. 4 times the world size. That's pretty awesome from the original Dragon's Dogma. But nothing for you, Jasper?
I don't think this show deserves a grade. But if I had to give it one, it would be like
it doesn't deserve
a 1.
God.
It doesn't even deserve a grade.
The only thing that's here that I'm interested in is Exo Primal, and what they showed is all right.
Yeah,
I guess. Pragmata seems interesting, but that game seems to not be coming out for another 15 years. Other than that, they could have kept everything else on the shelf, and I could have been happy.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said before, about a 4. Jasper, not thinking it's deserving of a score. Steel Rain gave it, I think, a 4 as well, right?
Yes.
3 bits of 4. Capcom, it is what it is. It's a publisher showcase. Sometimes they're trash, sometimes they're awesome. This one was a little underwhelming. Ubisoft was better than they have been the last few years. But we'll see. Maybe they'll have. One thing is that hurts them, I would say, is they've just had a bunch of big releases. Street Fighter 6 just came out. They had Resident Evil 4 remake already come out. Resident Evil Village was last year as well. So, and the other games that they had as a showcase, most of them we've already seen several times. Or the one that they have to show the most of, which is Exo Primal, they've already shown quite a bit. We've even played it. It is exciting that there's another open beta for Exo Primal. If you're planning on trying it, or if you haven't played it before, this Friday, you said that, or the 18th. When is that?
The 16th through the 18th.
The 16th through the 18th. Okay, so that's Friday this weekend coming up. You'll be able to give it a shot, and it's a fun game. I think it's great. The RE engine is absolute fire. No big surprises here, unless you're a huge Ace Attorney fan. Then congrats. The VR stuff for Resident Evil, it's VR stuff.
We've seen it 14 times already.
Whatsoever. 3-bit says Capcom 4 out of 10, Ubisoft 7 out of 10, PS Showcase 4 out of 10, Xbox Showcase 10 out of 10. Yeah, this is putting. Yeah,
my official rating.
Yeah, I gave Sony a 2 out of 10, Capcom a 4, Xbox a 10, and Ubisoft an 8. We got one more show. We've covered a lot here already on our streams. We've covered PlayStation Showcase this year. We've covered Summer Game Fest. We've covered Xbox Showcase, Starfield Direct. Even the Devolver Digital was part of the after Summer Game Fest as well. And then now Ubisoft
Showcase rating
and Capcom. And all we have left is Xbox Showcase Extended, which we did find out Exo Primal is going to be there as well. So looking forward to seeing that at the Xbox Showcase Extended. Actually, I'm not. I wish it wasn't there because we just saw it today.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't need to be there. I don't want them wasting any of the time from other things we could possibly get. But it is still interesting seeing the ties from Xbox and Capcom, that Capcom would be there as well. So what else are we going to get at this other? I mean, this is the last one coming up tomorrow, everybody. That our showcase season of coverage on Fun Speculation will be coming to an end tomorrow, and then we'll give some recaps, obviously, on the podcast later in the week. But Xbox Showcase Extended seems like it's going to have reveals. You know, it's going to have some other things that we're looking forward to seeing. We also have more information coming out from Forza tomorrow as well. So pretty well looking forward to tomorrow's show, and hope you guys tune in. But you guys got any final thoughts on this or leading up to tomorrow? You think we're gonna see anything cool or just smaller stuff?
It's just gonna be smaller stuff. Hopefully Xbox can end E3 with somewhat of a bang, since they seem to be the only company that can carry these kind of showcases. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think I mean, how much of a bang because after the showcase, I don't know, it's like, okay, well, dang. But yeah, I do agree. I think it'd be cool to see Hellblade gameplay, some more news about that. They already confirmed that Hellblade will be at the extended showcase, that we'll see more. I really want to know about Flight Sim. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For some people, but I'm actually really interested in what the new Flight Sim has. If you guys watched the Giant Bomb interview, Bill kind of talks about it. It was like pretty big, and they're like, yeah, it's not really DLC. It's pretty big, so let's just make it a year.
I mean, it's as much a DLC as like Miles Morales is. Like they're building off of the last game. That's clearly what they were doing, and they're just adding stuff to that, like because they're not fucking doing the whole world with satellite data all over again. So like,
yeah, there's no sense in redoing the game. Yeah. The game, the base is strong. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, seeing what they got up their sleeves. There's like random small things that, like Brawlhalla, like what the heck, Master Chief is an Arbiter or in Brawlhalla that we saw at the UB showcase. Like I was like, whoa, okay. Interesting.
You remember that?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Master Chief and Arbiter. Unless I dreamed that. Unless that was
no, it was there. It's just like that's not the one takeaway out of.
I know, but like that's an Xbox. You know, that's an Xbox property. I was surprised it was at a freaking UB show. Anyways, yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. It's gonna be fun.
Right on, bro. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for being here. Chat, I apologize for the Capcom showcase on behalf of Fun Speculation. We had nothing to do with it. But it was still fun hanging out, watching it with you guys. Again, if you like the content here, hit the like button, share it out, sub to the channel, notification bell, and I hope to see some of y'all there tomorrow as well for our Xbox Showcase Extended. But you guys want to do some quick outros again for the second time today. Hey, Steel Rain, thanks for tuning in or joining us again. Where can people find you?
Oh, my fault. I was I dozed off after that show. Steel Rain. You can find me Steel Rain. The T is a 7 everywhere. Just type it in Google. It's the easiest place. Other than that, hopefully you have found something that you can fall asleep to tonight. Appreciate you guys.
Go back and if you have trouble sleeping tonight, just go back and watch the Capcom Showcase. It'll get you there. Put it on loop.
Yeah, please.
You probably just let it run for 30 seconds and then
yeah, you'll probably be gone by that time, man.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, Steel. Appreciate you. 3-Bit, what about you, bro?
Everyone can find me on Twitter at i3bit. Love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Right on. And what time is the thing tomorrow? We remember.
I think you're going live at 12:30 for 30 minutes before.
Yeah. That's right. 12:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
You know your schedule better than me, and I have it written down over. 12:30 Eastern time.
Is Age gonna be there?
Hope so. Maybe that's one of the reveals they have set for tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping because it was missing, at the showcase.
I could have sworn it. Yeah.
Jasper, what's you, bro?
Yo, just check me out, Lord Jasper Twitter. That's the easiest way to find me. That's about it. We've done too many outros this week, so I'll save you all the energy.
Right on, man. Everybody, thank you again, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. And have a great night. Remember, no FSP tonight. We did 2 showcases today, so no FSP tonight. But we will be back with our regular podcast. PM in the PM will be 7 p.m. Eastern this week, and then Xbox Ultimate 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.